Today we will be talking about objects that sink and float. Sink is the action of an object when it submerges underwater or any type of liquid. When an object floats is when it sits on top of water or liquid. We will now watch a video about sink or float.
Have you ever tossed some sticks into a pond? Or maybe you like to bring a bunch of toys into the tub? Either way, you've probably found that not all objects act the same when they're in the water. Some things sink right to the bottom, while other things float on the top. Why does that happen? Well, I brought some friends to see if we can figure that out.
Hi, everyone. My name's Webb,
And hi, I'm his sister Bill. Since we live in a pond, we see a lot of things sink.
and a lot of things float.
I bet! You can actually learn a lot about something by seeing what it does in the water. So I'd say this calls for an experiment. First, we'll need a pretty big container of water. We'll fill it about 3/4 full and set it up where it's okay if some splashes out. Now we need some stuff to put in the water.
All kinds of different stuff.
We're going to look for a couple things around the fort that are okay to get wet. If you want to try this experiment at home, make sure you ask before you put anything from your house into the water. Let's see what we found. All right, Squeaks found a penny. I found a stick. And Bill and Webb, they found 2 different spoons, a metal one and a plastic one. Good job, guys! Now, before we get started, let's take a closer look at what we'll be testing. All of these things are made out of different materials, like metal, plastic, and wood. Some of them are pretty small, and some are a little bit bigger. I think we have a pretty good group of objects because they're all pretty different. Now, before we start putting things in the water, let's guess whether each one will sink or float. And let's keep track of our guesses. But how will we... Great idea, Squeaks. We'll use a chart. All right, let's start with the stick. Bill, Webb, what do you think? Will it sink or float?
Quack, quack,
Quack,
quack,
quack, quack, quack, quack,
Well, I can tell you guys are pretty excited. Tell us what you're thinking.
Well, in the pond where we live, I've never seen sticks that have sunk. Only ones that float.
Well, that's because you haven't seen the ones that have sunk.
Well, that's because they all float, Webb.
Okay, fine. Put me and Bill down for the stick floats.
Okay, here we go. And it floats! Good job, you two!
Yay!
Next, let's try the metal spoon. What do you think? Will it sink or float?
Well, I've never seen a spoon float.
Me neither.
Quack?
Quack, quack, quack. We think it'll sink.
Okay,
It's metal.
Let's see.
Like a truck. I say it's
it sinks!
Yeah, we're the smartest ducks in the world.
Yeah! Now, what about the plastic spoon? Do you think it will sink or float?
Quack, quack,
Quack.
quack,
Quack, quack.
quack, quack. Well, it's the same shape as the other spoon.
Yeah, and we think it might sink, just like the metal spoon did.
Okay, let's see. It floats.
Oh,
Bummer.
Well, that's okay, guys. That's how we learn, right?
Yeah, I guess. It's just weird. The other spoon sank.
Well, let's record our results and see if we can find out why it sank after we test our next object. Our next object will be the penny. Do you think it will sink or float?
Well, a penny feels a lot like a metal spoon, so I think it'll sink.
All right. And Webb, what do you think?
well, it's so light, but kind of small, and I don't usually see things that small floating. I'll have to agree with my sister this time. It's gonna sink.
It sinks! Good job!
Whoa.
Now that we've tested all of our objects, let's look at our chart. Some of the objects floated, and some of them sank. Let's see. The metal spoon and the penny sank. The plastic spoon and the stick floated. Is there anything that's the same about the things that floated and the things that sank?
Well, we know that the metal thing sank, and the metal spoon feels kind of heavy.
But so does the stick, and the stick floated while the spoon sank, so maybe it's not all about how much something weighs or its shape.
You're right, and that might help us explain why some things float and some things sink. The answer has to do with something called density. Everything, and I mean everything, is made of tiny particles that we can't see. And how dense an object is depends on how much space is between those particles.
Particles?
Jesse, what the quack is a particle?
Now that's an awesome question. Let's use our imaginations and pretend that particles are marbles. We'll start with a bunch of marbles on a table. If you had the marbles all right next to each other, that's kind of how the particles would look inside an object that's dense, like the metal spoon. But if those marbles were spaced really far apart, that'd be more like what the particles are like in something that's less dense, like the plastic spoon. The metal spoon is more dense than the plastic spoon. It's about the same size and shape, but the particles that make it up are closer together than the particles that make up the plastic one. But remember, everything has density, including water.
What?
It's true! Since water has its own density, if something is more dense than the water it's in, it'll sink. The metal spoon and the penny were more dense than the water, so they sank. And the stick and the plastic spoon were less dense than the water, so they floated. So, will it sink or will it float? It depends, in part, on density. How did your experiment go?
Did you make some wrong guesses like us?
I bet you got some right.
Let us know what you use in your experiment and how it turns out. Just get help from a grown-up and leave us a note in the comments below. Or send us a picture at kids@thescishow.com. And we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay. Does anybody remember what sink means?
To go underwater.
That's right. Good job. How about float?
Stay on top of the water.
Good job. That's right. Okay. Now that we know what float and sink means, let's make an educated guess or hypothesis about our objects. What do you think the pencil would float or sink?
Float.
Would you like to put it in the water?
It floats.
All right, let's try another one. What about a dime?
I think it sinks.
Would you like to put it in the water? Yeah, all right. Okay, how about a pen? Do you think it sinks or floats?
I don't know.
Hard.
Float.
I want to say.
Kinda like.
I
Can we
wanna
pass
say-
it around? Yes, you can.
Ooh.
What material do you think it's made out of?
Plastic.
Plastic, yeah.
Is plastic light or heavy?
Plastic's usually light, but it can be heavy.
Very good. What is y'all's educated guess?
I think it floats.
Float.
Okay, let's find out.
It's your turn.
That's very nice.
Alright, we'll do this.
Thank you.
Oh no.
Floats.
Good job. Okay. How about a hair tie?
Sink.
Floats.
Would y'all like to pass it around? It's very light. Do you think sink or float?
I don't know.
Let's find out. Put it in the water, please.
Whoa! Oh! Whoa!
So even though it's light, it's soft. Does anybody know why?
It's
so good.
density.
That's right, because of density. What material is this?
Cotton.
And rubber. That's right. Good
But-
It's
job.
like no idea.
All of my ponytails float to the bottom of the swimming pool. My mama told me so.
Okay. How about a paper clip?
Sink.
What material is it made out of?
Metal.
It's very soft. I think float.
I want to say sink.
Is there a paper
clips like equivalent to like 1 gram?
I don't know.
Yeah,
You're
no,
kidding me.
Kids, we used to talk about that in science, guys.
I
I feel
don't
like it
know these
floats.
facts. Hush.
Am I dropping it?
It's my turn to drop.
Oh,
it.
you drop it.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
You have to be a kindergartner, buddy. You have to yell.
Oh, goodness.
Sink.
Thank
What
you.
up? I'm so smart.
Okay, how about an eraser?
Float.
I don't even know at this
I want to
point.
say it sinks, actually.
Pass it around.
Yeah.
I want to say it's dense.
I feel like it'll sink.
What material is it made out of?
Polyurethane?
It. Erased.
I really think it's
Erase.
polyurethane, but I'm not sure.
Eraser.
I don't know this. As a kindergartner, I don't know the word polyurethane, so.
Probably Tupper rubber.
Probably what?
I say sink.
Polyurethane's used for a lot of things. Yeah. 3, 2.
How about a button?
Float all the way.
Anybody else have a guess? This is very small and light.
Let me pass it around.
Let's keep our hands to ourselves, please.
I totally think float.
Wait, what material is it made out of?
Plastic.
Some form
That's
of
right.
I want to say it'll float.
I think it will float.
Let's find out. Put it in the water, please.
Oh!
What is like?
I don't understand.
I'm only 6 years old and my whole life is a lie.
It disappeared. I can't see it anymore.
It's right here. I'll move it closer to you.
All right, let's be sweet to each other, please. What about this chapstick?
Ooh,
Uh,
there's a lot of factors on that one.
I say float.
What is your educated guess?
I say sink.
Well, it could depend on how
Well,
empty it is.
Yeah.
How much air it has in it. I should make these guesses to kindergarten.
I don't know. I'm gonna say.
I'm gonna say it floats.
I'm gonna say.
I don't know. We'll find out when we put it in the water.
Whose turn is it?
Mine. But you're gonna throw it at me.
I might.
She's the violent one.
No, I'm just a kindergartner.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let y'all guess on what.
The penny.
The penny. We saw this in the video, guys.
That's right.
It
Good job.
sank in the
It sank.
It sank
Thanks.
in the
Sank.
video. It sank in the video, guys.
Oh, wow.
So let's remember. It probably won't float.
No. Special one.
Yeah, I get
So
pass.
deep. So
That's very
deep.
No.
Maybe if I place it softly enough.
See. What material is it made out of?
Copper.
No, it's actually not. I don't think
I
anymore.
think it is copper.
They're copper plated zinc
Some
now.
sort of metal.
That's right.
They're copper
Very
plated
good
zinc
answer.
now. Because copper's too expensive to use primarily.
All right. How about a safety pin?
Oh, no.
I want to say
It's the paper clips thing.
Yeah,
I feel
it's-
like the
paper clips.
But because
So-
look at that little thingy.
But if it fills with water, then it's
But doesn't that
not
mean-
buoyant anymore. I shouldn't use these words.
I don't know.
What material is it made out of?
Definitely a metal.
No.
I want to say it sinks like the paper clip.
yeah. If we are thinking about density, it's just as dense as paper clip. You
Let's
know
go
how
like
big
that.
this one?
It might be.
Me. It's gonna do a flip. Now watch.
Oh.
Sank.
Oh.
Boom.
Last item.
Oh man.
Aw.
A nickel.
Nickel.
Can I keep it?
Nickel.
No, I'm sorry.
It's more money than I've ever seen in my whole
Isn't that
life.
Hamilton on the front?
It's. My mama said it was something else.
If you want, Baron, we can find more items. Like a straw or cup.
You mean teacher?
Yep.
Alexander Hamilton. I say sink.
I believe it will sink.
I say it'll sink.
I rated it. 1980. Okay,
I thought you were like, you can have it and drop it.
it bubbled. Does that mean anything?
I don't think so. Okay. Now that that we've done this activity, I'm going to give you a worksheet.
Ooh.
Sink or float. And you're going to circle the items that float. Okay?
Teacher, I need something to write with.
I need one too. Thank you.
Do you want the pink pencil?
No, pink is girly.
You have the purple
You got-
pen.
Whatever you say.
This is the worksheet
Purple
that I
your
gave them
favorite
to
color?
work.
It is.
That's good.
I love purple.
Sink
I'm
or
so
float
glad.
worksheet number 1.
Which ones do we circle?
The ones that you think would float.
Ones that
What's
float.
this?
That's an anchor.
What does an anchor do?
An anchor is like a brake for a ship. It stops it from moving. And
Oh.
it's made out of metal.
Oh.
It's very big too.
Is this a donut?
That is a
Can we get donuts? My mom makes donuts sometimes. If I've been good.
no, sweetie. I'm sorry. And that is not a donut. It is a life float.
Oh, floaty.
Yeah.
I have to swim with floaties on. I can't. So this is a floaty.
Yes.
I hope I'm right. It's called a floaty. I would hope it actually floats.
I don't know about this one because it's partly wood, and we already know that wood floats.
That's right.
But what is
From the
this?
video.
But this is metal,
That's
so
right.
it's both.
So it floats and sinks. Is that possible? Can things float and sink?
Like, what if it stood upside down? What if the wood was sticking out, floating, but the metal part was sinking?
You make a very good point.
Trick question.
So early on in life.
And is this treasure box?
Does it have presents in it?
Most likely.
For who?
Is it all wood or is there metal on it too?
Is
It
there
has metal
jewelry
on
in
it
it?
too. The handles and the lock are metal. And what do you think is in it?
Money, money, money.
Treasure.
Treasure! Money!
Yeah.
Jewels! Thingamabobs!
And,
Gold.
And do you think that is heavy or light?
Heavy.
So
I've never held gold before, so I don't know. I'll play the wheel cards here. Going all out.
well, it's kind of like these things, don't they?
Yeah.
Grab it.
So it's like having a bunch of them?
It is,
So
but I think
lots of them.
gold is even denser though.
So it sinks extra harder than those do?
It could. And think about how big a treasure chest is.
How big is a
It's the
treasure
biggest.
chest? How big is it?
Do you have a suitcase?
No.
No. I usually share a suitcase with my mama.
I have a suitcase.
Is it pretty big?
How big is your suitcase? Is it this big?
Is it big as a whale?
This big.
So,
Think about that. Think about it filled with a bunch of these and gold in it.
so
It'd be pretty heavy.
See, and these sink, right?
one time my mama told me I was heavy.
I'm sorry.
I'm very sorry. I will make a note.
I'm sorry. I'm dying.
All right, let's get back to the
We're
worksheet,
children.
please.
I think I'm done with my worksheet.
Do we have,
This one, I'm not
do
really
we have to write our names?
I'm
on
gonna
the top?
half circle this one.
Half.
This part floats.
You have circled? Okay,
Yeah.
I'll have
I
circled
left off
too.
that part.
Don't forget to put your names at the top of the page, please.
Oh well. My name's on here twice.
We'll make sure we know that is yours.
Do you know my mother's name? She won't ever tell me.
Yeah, it's just Mom.
It's just Mom. She won't ever tell me. I ask her. I know she has. I mean, everybody has names, right? She
That's
won't.
right.
She won't tell me though. I ask her, and she just won't. Neither will my dad. He just says, "I'm Dad. This is Mom. And this is the way
Sometimes
life is."
my mommy won't tell me things either when I ask the grown-up questions.
Go with you.
Well, let's get back to the worksheet, please.
I'm finished.
I'm finished.
Still writing my name.
Since you were done with this one, we're going to do this one as well. And this one, like this one, it says that you're supposed to circle ones that float, right? This one, you're supposed to circle things that sink. And what does sink mean again?
Means that
to
it
the
goes
bottom.
under.
That's right. And what does floating?
It
Stays
says
on,
above.
on top.
That's right. Good job.
Do we have to write our name on
You
this
go.
one too?
Yes, you do.
Teacher, what's this?
That is a magnet. It tracks metal.
How's it attract metal?
I will look that up for you
Okay.
to give you the best definition that I can possibly give
Is
you.
it heavy?
It can be, yeah.
Is this a coconut?
That is a
Yeah.
That is a bowling ball.
Oh.
I'm allergic to coconuts.
I'm allergic to bowling balls.
Has anybody ever been bowling?
Yeah.
Is it heavy or light?
It's heavy.
That's right. So do you think it sinks or floats?
Sinks. Wait, are we circling what sinks or what floats?
What
sinks?
sinks?
This is sink or float worksheet number 2, where they circle things that sink.
Is this just a stick, or is this like a whole tree?
It's a log.
It's a bit. How big of a log is it? Is it this big, or is it this big?
Is it like the logs that we put on the fireplace at Christmas time?
No.
It's like a. Have you ever been camping to a camp and there's logs around a fire pit?
Yeah.
It's like those kind of logs.
So big logs, almost a whole tree.
Yes. Very good, Patrick.
Is this a log?
No, it's a pencil, but it is
It's
made
kind
out
of like a log though.
Yeah.
and
It's made out of wood. and
So-
lead.
Except this is a log you can write with.
Sort of, yes.
That's amazing.
Let's focus on our worksheets,
Is this
please.
a real duck or?
It's a toy duck.
Rub
Put
a
your
ducky,
bathtub.
You're the one.
Squeak, squeak, you make my
Bath
bedtime
time
long
so
so
much
fun. Squeak, squeak, rubber ducky, I'm awfully fond of you.
So now that we sang the ducky song, do you think it sinks or floats?
Floats.
Boats.
That's right.
My mama tells me I sing good.
You have a beautiful voice.
Thank you. Do we write our names at the bottom or the top?
At the top.
I already wrote my name. On top of my game.
I don't
Do you
know
even know how
about
to
the
spell
apple.
your name?
On top of my game as a
Have
6-year-old.
you ever eaten an apple?
Apples are really like
Yucky.
juicy, so they're like watery. So would they float?
Have you ever been to a Halloween party
Wait,
where
we
they have
bobbed
them
for
in
apples.
the barrels?
And they
it's
float.
so fun.
That's right.
Yeah.
And in those barrels, do they sink or float?
They
They
float.
floated.
That's right.
I
Okay,
get water up my
Yeah.
nose.
I don't know.
Yeah, me too.
They did.
Huh?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't remember.
Well, just take a guess.
You know what?
All right. Let's use our inside voices, please.
Yes, I know.
Thank you.
Is this key made of metal?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
When I was little, I had the plastic keys that you could chew on.
Yeah, and those float. That's why I was confused by this one. I didn't know. But now that she told me it was metal, I know for a fact.
You're not supposed to tell each other the
Probably.
answers.
Since everybody seems to be confused about keys, let's test it. Let's make a hypothesis. Do you think it sinks or floats?
It looks like the penny in the
And I
It's
have
gonna
it circled,
sink.
so I think it will sink.
What do you think?
I think it'll sink.
Sink? Hayden? Sink? Let's find out.
No, you can't draw on
It
mine.
sinks.
It
Sink.
sinks.
I was right.
Good job.
I drew a worm coming out of my apple.
Are we allowed to draw?
I'll give you. You can draw during break.
Break. How long is break?
15 minutes.
How long until break?
I gave my rubber ducky funny
About
hair.
20 minutes.
See, look. He looks like a troll.
I gave mine hair and a bow tie and wings.
Oh, you stole my idea. I was
Alright.
gonna give him a bow tie.
If you are done with your worksheets, please turn them in.
I'm not finished.
I'm gonna give him a crown.
Thank you.
I'm not finished yet.
Ow, she poked me.
Let's keep our
With her
hands to ourselves,
pencil.
please.
What does the tie look like?
Has your dad never worn a tie? It's okay. My dad left when I was
I'm a
6.
girl. I don't know about ties, okay?
All right, time to turn in the worksheets. Unless you have any other questions for me regarding the worksheets. Thank you.
That doesn't.
Don't laugh at my crown. I'm not good at drawing.
I think it looks good.
My
I think it
parents,
looks funny.
my
Kind
parents
of
told me I
funny.
wasn't good at drawing anyway. So I won't
That's not
draw
nice.
later. I know.
All right, you know the activity that we did earlier with the water?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you remember those objects that we used?
Yeah.
I was just trying to send the pen over to you. I didn't mean to.
Let's keep our hands out of the water, okay? Can you do that, please? Thank you. Let's use our inside voices.
I was clearing my throat.
Okay,
There's
On
some
this-
glitter on your face.
hands to ourselves, please.
She touched me.
It's not nice. Okay, on this worksheet is a list of the objects that we use to test our hypothesis, whether it would sink or float. Correct?
Mm-hmm.
You're either gonna make a check or an X, if it sank or if it floats. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll give you
Do we write our names on this too?
Yes, please.
I'm gonna write mine at the
This
bottom.
is a worksheet. I'm using it as an assessment to see if they can remember the activity that we first did, whether the object sank or float, if we proved or disproved our hypothesis. Here's yours. I'm sorry.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Let me know if you have any questions, okay?
Can I
Yeah.
draw smiley faces instead?
Yes. As long as you choose sink or float.
That's such a good idea.
Teacher,
I'm
Yes,
gonna draw
Hayden.
mine.
we didn't do this.
What are pleers?
Just ignore that one. That is a typo.
So can I scribble it out?
Yes, you may.
I'm gonna try.
I'm gonna scribble it out too. 'Cause scribbling out is fun.
I like to scribble.
Scribbling's so much fun, guys. That's really good scratching out, by the way.
Thank you. Thank you. I took lessons on scribbling
I should take
before
lessons.
I came to kindergarten.
I should take lessons for scribbling. My scribbling isn't good.
Let's focus on our worksheets, please. Thank you. Have any questions?
No.
No? Well, let me know if you have any, okay? How about you, Brady? You doing okay?
Mm-hmm.
Those are very nice smileys. You're welcome. How about you, Pat? Patrick, do you have any questions?
Are my smiley faces good enough?
Yes.
Are they prettier than
They're-
hers?
They're very nice.
Are they prettier than hers?
They are equally beautiful.
Good enough.
There's very nice X's made.
Thank you. I'm gonna draw a picture on the back.
Don't do that yet. We have a bonus question.
Bonus question.
I wanted to draw a picture.
You can do in free time. Please keep your hands out of the water. Thank you.
We didn't do this one.
Well, guess, Pat.
Think about it. What did the other penny and dime do?
Hmm.
And then nickel. Quarter is supposed to be a nickel. That's my mistake. I apologize.
Okay.
Can we play a game? Do we get to go outside today?
Yes, after lunch.
For how long? Do we get to play games?
We can look on the playground.
What about nap time?
Nap time will be soon.
Can I call my mama?
No, sweetie.
She told me to call her.
You gonna go in time out?
No,
We don't do time out.
I think it's time for the bonus question.
Okay.
Bonus question.
There was another object that I put in the water earlier. What was it? And did it sink or swim?
I know it. I know what it was.
It's not in the water anymore.
Oh!
My pencil doesn't work.
You can use mine.
That's very sweet.
Thank you, Pat.
Thank you.
I'm writing it really big so you can read it.
So it's really, really right.
Yeah. I'll get extra points. And I'm underlining it a bunch of times. I'll even draw you a picture.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
That's a very good visual.
I'm going to be an artist. Here you go, Pat. Thank you.
Thank you.
It's very nice.
Those are the bubbles.
That's very good, Brady. Alright, can I borrow somebody's worksheet, please?
Mine's prettier.
I drew a picture.
I use both.
To be fair, she drew one too.
Alright, let's go over these together and see if my answers are correct, okay? I'll just look on the corner.
This is
I made
Brady's.
an educated guess.
Thank you.
That's right. And what is an educated guess?
An educated guess is a guess where you think you might know what it is.
What is another word for an educated guess?
Hippopotamus.
No.
Hypothesis.
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 Yeah!
Yeah.
All right.
We were closer.
Hippopotamus.
We were closer.
All right. Let's check our worksheets, okay? What did the button do? Did it float or sink?
But
That's right.
Very extra. It's good garden classroom.
What did?
I was a teacher. I thought about it. I was like, what if one of us just started randomly singing?
All right. Let's focus on the worksheet, okay?
Okay.
What did the pen do? Did it float or sink?
It floated.
It floated.
Hold on.
Bye-bye.
Uh-oh.
Oh, this is not okay anymore.
Okay. What did the safety pin do?
It sank.
That's right.
Are you okay, teacher?
I am. Thank you.
Okay.
Just a little cough. What did the ponytail do?
It sank.
It sank.
Hey.
No, we thought it was gonna float.
But I was
Right.
right.
And why did it sink, Brady?
Because it's more dense than the water.
What material is it made out of?
Metal.
No, try again.
Oh wait, we're talking about the
Ponytail.
ponytail. Oh, rubber and
Cotton.
That is right. But I asked Brady. It's okay. Hayden, what material is the penny made out of?
Probably copper. Or something. Or metal.
That's right. And did it sink or float?
It sank.
That's right. Patrick, what did the nickel do?
The nickel isn't on my sheet.
Remember, I made the type.
Oh yeah, that's right. It's the quarter on my sheet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's my mistake. I apologize.
It sank because it was metal.
That's right. Good job. Brady, what did the dime do?
it sank too.
That's right. And why did it sink?
Because it's also metal.
That's right. Hayden, what did the eraser do?
It sank
Why?
because it went to the bottom.
It did go to the bottom, but it's also denser.
Yeah.
What did the chapstick do?
The chapstick floated.
Right. What material is it made out of?
It is made out of I don't know. It's
Well,
plastic.
the outside is made of plastic.
It's plastic on the outside,
That's right.
but I don't know what the inside is.
I will look it up and I will let you know.
Chapstick on the
I was about to say, yeah, it's just chapstick.
That one was candy cane.
That's right.
Ooh, it's getting wet.
Anybody want to tell me what the paperclip did?
Oh, it sank.
It did sink.
Let's have a seat, please.
It kind of, when this gets wet, it kind of looks like the monster from Monsters Inc.
Randall?
What's his name? No. Oh, I was thinking Sully, but now that you say it, does look like Randall.
Okay, let's focus back on the worksheet, okay? You can discuss this during free time or lunch. Okay.
Or recess.
Or recess, that's right.
That's when we go outside, right?
Yes. What did the pencil do? Who wants to tell me? Raise your hand. Hayden? That's right. Why? Oh, I'm sorry. What material is it made out of?
Wood. And not, yeah.
That's right. Good job. And finally, what? I didn't know this.
No, you didn't.
No.
All right. Anybody want to tell me what the bonus question was? Bonus object was?
It was a key.
That's right. And did it sink or float?
It sank.
That's
I hold
right.
up the sign that says sink.
Yes, you may. And what does sink mean again?
That way.
Can anybody tell me what sink means?
It goes underwater.
That's right. It is submerged under a liquid. And most liquids, not just water. Okay.
Teacher, she's playing with things she's not supposed to.
Let's keep our hands to ourselves, okay? Who wants to hold? I'm so sorry. Who wants to hold the float sign and tell me what it means?
I forgot what it meant.
Who wants to hold it?
Oh wait, I know what it means. Yeah. Everybody see it before I say it? Good. Hey, it's not nice.
Let's be nice to our friends.
It means that it stays on top of the liquid.
That's
or
right.
Or whatever it's in.
Good job. That's very good.
Can't hold it any longer.
You can hold it. Okay, Hayden. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, since we
You're
did not
welcome.
go over these earlier, Anybody want to tell me what they think sinks?
All of those.
No.
The
No.
crown.
The one
The
circle.
ones he circled.
The one that he circled.
The crown on the ducky will sink. It's metal.
Alright, how about this one?
Someone
This is
didn't
floats.
do any of their work.
This is the teacher's.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay. Did the key sink?
Yes.
No.
Yes, it did.
Sorry, yes.
What did the log do?
Well, we
It
didn't
floated.
have a log. We had a pencil, but it's made of the same thing, and it floated.
Float? Oh, that's very good answer. What about the bowling ball?
We didn't have a bowling ball, but I think it
Same.
sinks.
Good job.
Made of like ceramic.
What do you think the apple does?
It floats.
It
I think it
floats.
floats. Yeah, because remember
Bobbing
Yeah.
for apple.
Hold
Yeah.
up the float.
Hold it up.
Float.
Do you want to hold this on?
No, I don't.
You don't
I
want to
wasn't
hold the
gonna give
float
it to
sign?
you.
You don't want to hold the
That's
float
not very
sign?
nice.
You can hold it.
I don't want
You sure?
it. It stinks.
What about the rubber ducky? Does it
It
float?
floats.
Float?
It
Who has
floats.
the float sign?
Patrick does.
I do. It floats.
Good job. How about the magnet? Did you think it would sink or float?
I
I
don't know.
don't know.
Let's take
It wouldn't be the first time.
Hayden, did you think that was very nice to do to your friend and classmate?
No.
Pull yourself together.
Nobody saw me cry because I didn't see anybody else while I cried. If I can't see them, they can't see me. That's what my dad always says.
Do you want to be my helper, Patrick?
No.
I will.
Can you hold up the float sign?
Yeah.
Thank you. Do you think the magnet would sink or float?
I think it would sink.
I don't know
Yeah.
what a magnet is.
Like
I say
her.
sink.
I would float actually, because I learned how to float in swimming
Don't we
school.
have a magnet?
I still
On
can't.
the
I don't know
thing?
how to swim.
Or are they all, but don't our magnets have plastic on them?
Yeah.
Most of them because just for the housing.
So that may mess it up.
Well, the one in the drawing is just metal.
Yeah.
Let's just try it, okay?
Okay.
You can just do it on top of the towel at this point.
Okay, what's our hypothesis?
But it's mostly plastic, so I say it floats.
Yeah.
I say it will sink.
Oh.
Then the magnet totally sinks.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Good job, everybody.
Yay!
We have one more worksheet to go over together as a class, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
This one, what do you think floats? Do you think the life floats?
Yeah, the floaty totally
Yes.
floats. It's
Yeah.
what keeps me
Put
floating
us
in the pool.
That's right.
Well, the thing, I can't swim without them.
You okay, baby?
I'm good.
The float keeps you safe from the water. What do you think about the piece of wood? Float.
Floats.
But how big is the piece?
I don't.
Well, all float. Think about it. In the Titanic, they were on a big piece of wood and they were floating.
The Titanic.
The
was
Titanic
metal.
sank.
No,
It's
remember
in the
the end of the scene? And Kate Blanchett is holding on.
Oh,
I'll never
yeah.
let you go. She's on wood.
I would like kindergartnens would watch this
I was
movie.
about to say, and then he does, though, and he dies. So.
All right, back to the worksheet,
We're
okay?
gonna post-mortem this.
How about the chest? The treasure
Same.
chest.
That sinks. 'Cause that's where treasure chests are. They're in the bottom of the ocean or buried underground.
And
They don't know how to float.
And what's it made out of?
Wood and metal
Wood.
and jewelry and gold.
That's right. Is it heavy?
Yes, very. Heavier than me.
Let's keep our hands out of the water, okay?
Okay. It does feel good.
Hands to ourselves, please. How about the hammer?
Some of it would
Some
float,
of
though.
it
It's
sinks
wood.
and some of it floats.
Why?
It's
What's the
wood.
top part made out of?
Metal.
And it? Metal?
Sinks.
Sinks.
What about this part? What's that made out of?
Wood.
Wood.
Floats.
And we
Floats. Floats.
And we've learned that wood floats most of the time, right?
So So,
Sink and float.
Suppose it's the same time. Come on. Woo!
Okay, last one. What about an anchor?
They're made to sink, aren't they?
Yes, they are to keep a boat in the same spot. What is,
forever?
just until they're ready.
Oh. That's cool.
What is an anchor made out of?
Metal.
Wood?
Heavy stuff.
Patrick's right. It's made out of a type of
Oh.
metal.
What kind of metal?
It used to be lead. I don't know what they're made of now.
I'm not sure. I will look that up for you and give you the best answer that I possibly can. Okay?
Okay.
Okay.
You left out the ship on the bottom.
Oh, I did.
Well, it's obviously sinking, Pat.
No, if you do two separate things, the ships most of the time float, and bubbles float too. So just the bubbles, they float, and just the ship probably floats.
But it's sinking to the bottom of the paper.
Okay.
And it's going downwards. It's going
Teacher,
to the
what do you
bottom of
think?
the ocean. So I think it's sinking.
They can both float and sink.
So same time.
That is a discussion for next class. We will go over this again, okay? Okay. Let's review one more time. Can I see the float sign, please?
Yes.
Thank you. Let's review. What does float mean?
To the top.
Above the water.
Stay above the water.
Or liquid.
Or liquid.
Liquid.
How about sink?
Goes to the bottom.
bottom.
Underwater. Okay.
Under the water.
Under the water?
Yeah.
Or liquid? It's
Under the
submerged
water
under the
or
liquid.
Under
What
the
does submerged
sea.
mean?
It goes underneath.
Oh.
Yeah.
Can
Okay.
I submerge underneath the table?
No, you may not. Okay, thank you, class.
Thank you, teacher.
Thank you,
Thank
teacher.
you.
You're the best teacher.
You're the best teacher ever.
Thank you.
You're my favorite.
We love you, Miss Hannah.